Dear learners, today we are going to discuss about the lesson 8 of Open Basic Education Level B course, that is Soil and Crops. Hello learners, so I am the Parthosarathi Ghodai, Academic Officer from NIOS. Today our objective will be to know about what is the soil, what are its type, then which soil is actually good for different type of crops, and how we can prepare a farm before sowing, and also after sowing how we can manage our field, and also things that should be kept in mind during applying the fertilizer and manure, and also the what are the important intercultural steps in cultivation of a crop, like irrigation, weeding and harvesting. So let's discuss about soil. Soil is a, we can say it is the unconsolidated material which is present on the earth's surface. Soil is actually soul of infinite life. Actually our body is mixture of 5 elements, where out of which the soil and earth is one of those 5 element. So we can say that for our life, or even we can say for our existence, earth or soil is the basis. Actually in the soil we can found that the various types of plants can grow here. These may be cereal, vegetable, fruits or flower. Also actually a handful of soil contains millions and billions of organisms. These may be soil, may be fungi, may be bacteria, or maybe or it may be earthworm. Actually for the presence of the soil, actually the soil actually becomes fit for cultivation, and for this cultivation soil is one of the most important requirement. Then how we can check the presence of different constituents within the soil. Actually a soil is made up of various type of mineral matter, organic matter, soil water or soil air. Suppose you take the soil from your surrounding garden or any field, and pour some water within it and stir it for few time. After some time you will notice that there may be some amount of leaf, or there may be some amount of roots which may actually floating in the water. This leaf, this root, these are actually called organic matter of the soil. When we see there is any types of rocks or any types of mineral present in the soil, particularly the hard object, those are without life, these are called actually soil mineral. And this soil mineral may be of different type. They may be mica, they may be feldspar, and also in the soil there are various types of pore space, like it may be macropore or micropore, and within this pore space there will be the presence of soil or water, or it may be the both. Then comes what are the organic matter or humus of the soil. Actually the soil organic matter, they are actually sometimes referred as a humus. This humus or organic matter, they are actually found in top layer of the soil, because on the top layer there may be fall of plant leaves or twigs, and after some times or after decomposition with the help of bacteria and fungi, these plant leaves and twigs are converted into this soil organic matter. That's why we can say that this topsoil is most fertile. And when this decomposition of leaf occurs, leaves or twigs, the nutrient present in these foods are released within the soil. So so we can find the most of the nutrients are present on the topsoil, and that's why the topsoil becomes more fertile. And when a plant grows on the topsoil, their yield as well as productivity will be highest. And for this reason, that due to its high nutrient content, also the presence of other biological organisms like fungi, bacteria, nematode, earthworm, this top layer of soil is called farmer's wealth. So next let's learn about what are the actually sources of organic matter in the soil. In soil there are organic matter comes from the various type of source. One such source is plant root. Here actually when a plant grows, its the roots actually spreads within the soil, through which plant collect the water and nutrient from its surrounding area. Suppose after some time, maybe 10 years, 30 years, or maybe even after week, this plant also dies, and along with it the plant roots also die. When a plant root die, after some time they will start decomposing, and when it decompose, it releases the nutrient within the soil. And same thing happens in case of leaves and twigs when they fall on the topsoil. Next comes the soil microbes. Actually the soil microbes, they are actually a biological organism, and when this as a biological organism, they actually take part in the nutrient transformation in the soil. And after some time, due to the lack of water, lack of food, the soil microbes can also die within the soil, and after some time they will part of the soil organic matter or soil humus. Here in this picture you can see a reddish brown type soil, where actually the various types of grasses are shown, and when these grasses will die, they are from these grasses and their roots, the nutrient will be released through decomposition, and these grasses will be converted into soil organic matter. So next let's learn about what are the types of soil found in India. Actually in India, it is a diverse country. There are various types of soils are found, but most commonly in India, these are the alluvial soil, clay soil, sandy soil, and acidic soils are found. So next learn about what are the clay soil. Actually this is a very peculiar type of soil, where the soil particles are very small, and this clay type of soil actually good for growing the cotton, rice, sugarcane, and gram. Here actually due to the small size of this soil particle, there are numerous pore spaces within this soil, and as a result this soil can hold the water for longer period of time, and also due to its small particle surface, it has a maximum amount of cation exchange capacity, and also it can hold the various types of nutrient as well as the various types of other chemicals within this soil. And from agricultural point of view, this clay soil is actually the very much useful for plant also, and here actually we can find the good growth and yield of a crop. Next comes the sandy soil. Then what is the sandy soil? Actually in sandy soil, from this terminology we can find that here the more amount of sand will be found, and in a soil where generally 60% or more sand particles is found, then it is called sandy soil. So actually the crops like watermelon, potato, sweet potato, groundnut, those crops which were generally grown actually within the soil or just above the soil surface, these types of crops are commonly grown on the sandy soil. In the sandy soil there are actually large amount of macropore. As a result, what happens, that this soil can absorb the lot of water from its surrounding. It may be like irrigation or it may be the natural rainfall, but these micropores are very less in number in the sandy soil. As a result, their capacity to retain this water in the sandy soil will be very much less, and as a result the crop which are grown generally in sandy soil, they are actually prone to drought, and their growth and development is not so good like the clay soil. But there are certain advantages in case of sandy soil, like there may be a easy for doing the weeding, hoeing, or it may be good for plowing or other the heavy type of work where which is generally tough in case of clay soil. So next comes what is the alluvial soil. Actually in the nature, the alluvial soil is the most new in their development stage, because these alluvial types are found generally near river, lake and ocean, where actually during each flooding, the river and lake which actually carries the sediment, they actually gets deposited around the river, lake or ocean area. As a result, there is the new soil will be formed over after year, and this type of alluvial soil is very much fertile, because here the topsoil actually replenished year after year. So this type of alluvial soil is actually suitable for most of the crop, and these are actually as they are new in their nature, they cannot be actually categorized into the various types of soil groups, like there are several types of soil classification, but for this reason this alluvial soil cannot be adjusted to those soil classification scheme. So next comes the fourth and the last type of soil which is commonly found in India, that is acidic soil or infertile land. Here actually the name suggests, here the pH of the soil is less than 7, and acidic soil, if here the pH becomes 3, 4 or below that, this type of soil will not be suitable for farming. Actually, let's understand how these acidic type of soils are formed. Actually, in the soil there are various types of mineral like aluminium, iron, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, nitrogen, and various other type of mineral. But suppose if an area where rainfall is high, then this calcium and magnesium type of mineral, or we can say the alkali earth metal, they are actually washed away with rainwater, and these calcium and magnesium, actually these type of mineral, they actually balance the pH or the pH or the reaction in the soil. As a result, when the calcium magnesium was down, there will be a higher proportion of aluminium and iron, and due to this washing away, the pH of the soil will be lowered down. So and for this reason the acidic soil also named as a problematic soil. So for the the reclamation of acidic type of soil, we can mix the lime with this type of soil to make it fit for cultivation. So अभी हम लोग जान लेते हैं कि what are the procedure to harvest a good crop. It may be from the sowing and also to the harvesting. So our first stage comes the preparation of farm, then comes sowing, then comes seed treatment, then comes the weeding as well as digging, then comes irrigation, then fertilizer application, then plant protection, and last it is the harvesting. So our first stage is preparation of farm. In case of preparation of farm, there are particularly the three type of operation will be there. First, there will be the tillage of land. Next, there will be the removal of previous type of weed. Then it will be the hoeing as well as the tilling of the land. And for this the field preparation purpose, there are several types of tillage implements are used. There may be country plow, moldboard plow, or there may be the various type of disc plow also. But here one thing you must actually you must remember, that for the field preparation the tillage should be done at optimum moisture content. Suppose if you do not perform tillage in optimum moisture content, in that case first, if there will be moisture content will be too high, then field will not be prepared for sowing. But in case there will be less moisture, in that case the soil become hard and tough, and in that case the tillage implement will not go there. Next comes the preparation of seed for sowing, and we can say it as it is a seed treatment. Actually, when we apply various type of seeds in the field, and there may be the attack from insects, fungi, bacteria to the seed, and we all know that the soil is soul of actually soil is the soul of infinite life. So here there may be chances of the insect attack to the seed. For this purpose, the various types of chemicals, we can say this is one type of pesticide like carbendazim, thiram, and also there may be captan also. They may be they actually may be applied to the seed, and as a result, after the seed treatment, the seeds are actually applied in the soil. Next comes the biofertilizer, and in case of the biofertilizer, they are generally treated with the seed, and for this the rhizobium culture, which is particularly useful for nitrogen fixation. There may be the phosphate solubilizing culture, or there may be the trichoderma based culture. This phosphate solubilizing bacteria actually helps to convert the phosphorus from unavailable form to available form, and this phosphorus is very much essential nutrient for plant growth. So dear learners, let's take a break. After that we will meet up with the other processes which can be done during the good crop harvest.
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को लोकित प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो,
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर। दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात,
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने। स्वयं बने, हम
we were discussing about the how to harvest a good crop and its procedure from sowing to harvest, and we also discussed about the various types of field preparation technique like how we can cultivate or hoe or till a plant, and also how we can treat our seed to protect it from fungi, bacteria and other type of soil borne animals. So our next tips will be the weeding and the digging. So when we sow the seed in the field, and after some time there will be a growth of other type of plant from from the soil. Actually the soil, we can say it is a seed bank of various types of weed, and when we can apply the fertilizer and irrigation for growth of plant, these types of seeds, these types of other plant seeds, they can also germinate from the soil, and these types of crop, they are called weed. Actually weed, we can say it is a unwanted plant in our crop field, and when they germinate and when they becomes mature, they can compete with our main crop. It may be rice, wheat or whatever crop you want to cultivate in a large scale, and they actually compete for water, nutrient and sunlight. And in case of water, if in the soil there is if already shortage of water, this wheat crop may take away the most of the water from the soil, and as a result our main crop will get depleted for water. And similar case it will be in case of nutrient, and also in case of sunlight. Suppose when a wheat crop grows faster than a main crop, it may cause the shading on the main crop, and in that case our main crop will not get the sufficient sunlight for their photosynthesis. So then the next step comes, that will be the irrigation. Actually the India has the varied type of climate everywhere. In some part of India there may be a sufficient or a heavy amount of water, or in the other part there may be lack of rainfall. So we can say that the natural rainfall always cannot provide the sufficient amount of water which is required for plant growth and development. So for this purpose we need to apply the water artificially in our field, and this process is called the irrigation. However, one thing we must keep in the mind, that is we should not apply the water, or we should not irrigate our crop excessively. In that case actually there will be a flooding or the stagnation of water in our field, and in that case crop growth will not, actually the root growth of the crop, they will be hampered, and there will be the deficiency of oxygen in the soil. So our next step is the fertilization and as well as plant protection. So let's talk about what is fertilization. Fertilization, actually the method of applying various type of nutrient to soil as well as the plant, and these nutrients are actually applied through manure and fertilizer, and there are various type of fertilizer in the market. You may be heard of the urea, which is a nitrogenous fertilizer, or it may be it may be single super phosphate or DAP, double ammonium phosphate, and these are actually source of phosphorus. And third, there will be the muriate of potash, or they provide the potassium in the soil. Apart from that, you may have heard about the various type of organic fertilizer, like they may be compost, vermicompost or farm manure. And when we apply the chemical fertilizer in the field, we should keep in the mind that we should apply our fertilizer as per the requirement of our plant. If we apply the thoughtlessly or where we apply the higher rate of fertilizer, this fertilizer can actually leach down into the nearby, into our ground water, or may wash away into nearby water bodies. So in that case, our water, our environment will be polluted, and which will be harmful for our health also. And in most of the time, to save our environment, we must apply the organic fertilizer, that it may be farmyard manure, compost, to our crops, and such organic crops will be healthier as well as tastier. And our second step will be plant protection. As we have already discussed that the crop may be various types of organism from the soil, or they may get transported from one area to the other area through air, and as a result there may be the pest attack, and there may be various type of insect attack and fungi attack. And for this purpose, if we do not take the sufficient measure to protect such type of plant, in that case our entire hard work will go in vain, and in that case the entire crop may be lost. So in that case, we must apply the various type of pesticide available in the market. But one thing we should keep in the mind, that we should go for organic pesticide, as they are safe for our environment. Then next, our last step will be the harvesting, and it is actually the final execution of the work, so that we can harvest the fruit of our hard work. But this harvesting should be done at the right time, otherwise our crop will get over mature, or they may remain the immature. And after the harvest of the crop, there will be the sorting, and at the time of sorting, our crop should be dry as well as crunchy. And during the sorting or after sorting, crop should be dried in sun drying, or you may apply for artificial drying, and then it will be ready for storage. Then comes how the crops are related to the weather in our surrounding. We all know that the weather is an instantaneous phenomena. It is actually defined as a state of atmosphere at specific time as well as specific place. When we describe the weather of an area, we can say what is the temperature of that area, what is the humidity, wind speed as well as precipitation. And we must understand that the nature of crops are different. So all crops cannot be grown in the same type of weather or same type of climate. So for this reason, we need to adjust the timing of sowing of our crops. So for this reason, our crops have been classified into three groups, that is the Rabi crop, Kharif crop as well as the Zaid crop. In case of Rabi crop, they are actually cold season crop, where they are sown during the month of November as well as December, and they are harvested during March and April. And such type of crops will be the wheat, oat, gram, pea, linseed, rye, mustard as well as potatoes. Next our groups come, it is the Kharif crop, and they are actually the water loving crop, and they are mainly grown during the period of monsoon or Indian monsoon. Here they are actually sown during the month of July, August, and after that they are harvested during the month of October and November. And most of the prominent Kharif crop include the rice, maize, millet, moong, urad, sugarcane, cotton and tobacco. And our last group is the Zaid crop, and sometimes we can also say it is a summer crop. and here actually these crops are actually sown during the period when the harvesting of rabi crop is completed, while the kharif crop is not yet sown. They are actually sown during the month of March April, and they actually harvested during the onset of rainy season. And these zaid crops include sunflower, cucumber, melon, watermelon, and ladyfinger, brinjal, as well as ridge gourd. So students, today we have learned about the how a crop can be grown into the different type of soil and different type of climate, and what is the definition of the soil and how we can manage it for our sustainable environment. So thank you so much. After that, in the next class we will meet up with another topic. Thank you.